Hi. You
Looking
know, thank
fabulous.
you, thank you, thank you. Friend, you look nice today too. You look
Well,
like your beard.
a beard.
Hi, honey punch. So nice to see you.
In the house. Hi, Patricia. In the house. Patricia. We met Patricia over by. Hi, Tyreek. Tyreek is in the house from Willow Street Studios. We're gonna be talking about you guys tonight, Tyreek. So stick around. Stick around.
Yes,
Hi,
yes.
Aldo. Welcome. So we met Patricia over on the Kingston Creative. Hi, Siobhan, Pro Jamaicans in the house, one of our favorite platforms. Um, Finally, we met Patricia over at the Digital Creative Boot Camp that we did 3 weeks straight. It was awesome, and Patricia is one of the people that we've captured on
Yes.
that platform. Guys,
Hi, guys. Welcome in.
we're not gonna lay because we have such a packed show for you guys tonight. Monique, can you situate your camera so you're like well into it, so when I do the editing later, I can get a
How
really nice shot of you.
how is this?
Great. Hi,
Excellent.
Kemoy. Kemoy is one of our biggest supporters.
Fans
Kemoy,
ever.
we're gonna do something special for you to say thanks because you've been awesome. All right, Monique, you see how much we have to go through tonight, so we need to
Yes.
really
I'm gonna plug in my headset because I'm assuming it's me since no one else has said it. You sound a little muffled, but
that's
maybe
all
it's me.
again. Oh Lord, where's
But
mine?
maybe it's me. Is anybody having an issue here in Cadia?
Do I sound muffled, guys? Let me know. But I'm gonna get my headphones regardless.
Okay.
Am I sounding any better now?
A little bit. Let me
Am I
plug
still
in.
muffled? Guys, let me know if you can hear me correctly. This says I am on and off. I think it's the internet connection, guys. It says
Okay.
a little muffled.
Okay.
Yes, she's muffled. Am I still muffled now?
All right, take back
Oh,
off the
much better.
headset.
Somebody said much
Oh,
better. Okay,
okay.
awesome.
What
Awesome,
about
awesome,
me?
awesome.
You can hear me?
You are always fine, honey.
Okay. Ah,
No muffle, very sharp. Yeah. Okay, Monique,
excellent.
let's
Feel
jump
like
into this
razor.
because you know Instagram don't ramp them, just cut you
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
But guys, if you go over, please to rejoin us because we have a whole lot to get through tonight. So we're
Well,
gonna start with our new segments just to spice things up a bit. And the first segment is what's new on Digital Jamaica because we always have stuff going on over here, right? So first up is that I did a project with the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica, and they have been making a series of videos just wanting to educate the public on certain things like, you know, earning in the digital space, how to look for jobs post COVID, stuff like that. So I got to present on that. I think my main topic was about the gig economy, and by the gig economy, they mean freelancing, how you can, you know, which platforms to be on, what kind of jobs to look for, all that kind of stuff. And I was supposed to do a 30-minute presentation. They asked me to send in the presentation. It ended up being an hour and 20 minutes because they said just
true
keep
Cadia
going,
fashion.
just keep going, this is good stuff, just keep going. So the video took a while to edit because it was so long, but it's finally coming out next week, Wednesday, June 17, 2020. So you guys please join me over on their Facebook page because we're gonna go live with them while the video premieres. I'm gonna be in the chat answering questions, so you guys look out for that. You'll see me post about it next week. Make sure you're following the platform. The next announcement, you guys may have seen that the name has changed. It's now Digital Jamaica, and that's because we are growing. So the platform is no longer about me. In fact, it was never supposed to be about me. It was supposed to be about y'all. So now that the platform is changing, it was always Digital Jamaica, but now that it's growing and it's expanding, and we're doing so much other stuff and some announcements to come in the upcoming weeks, right, Monique?
Yes.
Now that we're doing so much stuff, we have to expand it and bring it back to its original form, which is supposed to be like a public platform, right? So the name has changed, but Monique and I are now behind that account. So sometimes it's me posting, sometimes it's going to be Monique posting, but we're going to be posting more frequently. We're going to be doing news updates, social media updates, all sorts of stuff, right? The next announcement, new podcast episode coming out next week, Monday.
Woo-hoo!
And this time, I've been editing that podcast now for over a month. Christ. And that is going to be with Stephen Philip Ibar of one of our favorite YouTube channels, Stuck on an Island, or So I Vlogs. And we talked to Stephen about how that whole thing came about and the enormous response that he has gotten. His videos have been viewed, Monique, more than 10 million times.
Wow.
Yes, and he has over 74,000 followers on YouTube, so big deal. So listen out for that podcast. It's going to be on Apple, Spotify, Google, and you can always listen to it on the blog because we always do a blog with our podcast episodes. So that will be first thing Monday morning.
Yes.
Second thing, we have a new contributor to the blog. My good friend Damien Miller, who has been writing up a storm and killing LinkedIn, has now agreed to have us republish his articles on our blog. And they're so good and they're so funny, but they make you think. So big up Damien. And he was on a couple weeks ago, Monique, where we talked about what would the digital economy in Jamaica look like. So guys, you can go over to our YouTube channel if you missed that episode. That was an epic episode. All right. And then come tomorrow, the name of the podcast, is the Digital Jamaica Podcast. Okay. Monique, could you just drop that? Digital Jamaica Podcast. And it's on every podcast player. And then the last thing from me is that tomorrow I'll be joining our sister friend, Aminiki. And she is the blogger and all sorts of excitement over on Trinidad Mogulista. And it's at Trinidad Mogulista. And I'll be joining her tomorrow at 5 p.m. our time to talk about selling on Instagram and e-commerce. So you guys can make sure that you jump over there and listen to what we have to say. I mean, it's our sister from Trinidad, and we're always collaborating with people in the region as well, right? And we're good with that. So listen out for that. Monique, you have some updates for us.
Yes, I have some really exciting updates. In addition to everything that Katie had just said, we also have a strategy development workbook that's coming in mid-July. Now, if you ever got lost, I know it's so exciting. It's a lot, only for work, but we're so excited to finally see this baby go off and go out into the world. If you've ever struggled with creating a digital strategy, a 360 strategy, not just social media, you need this strategy workbook. In addition, we say hard and done, we're going to go one step further by doing a whole strategy development workshop. That's also going to launch in July. So when we release all of the information, you can see, which fit your pocket more, what you prefer, but we're giving you enough time and enough notice. Yeah, put yourself together.
Yeah.
And last but by no means least, you guys need to go and check out the Digital Jamaica YouTube page. Now, we're going to be sharing all of these videos that we do, the Instagram lives, and you guys who have come back week after week know that these talks are golden. So you'll be able to see replays of these videos. Plus, we have whole heap other content on there. Right? So a recent upload was how to monetize your podcast. So if you have that in mind, you can go check it out. And tomorrow we're going to premiere our featured or digital brand of the week.
But we're not going to say who it is yet. Y'all have to wait until the end of the show to find out who that is.
Yes. So you have to. So we're going to give you some more information about them a little later on. But tomorrow, the official video go bust. And trust me, it nice bad.
All right. So that's it for what's new on Jamaica. And we're moving into the next segment, which is the social media roundup. Now, guys, Jamaicans all over social media. We're talking a lot of things. We're launching things. We're making things. We're innovating things. So we wanted you guys to know, because the Digital Jamaica platform is about what's happening in Jamaica in the tech and digital space, what we are doing, how we are innovate. So we're talking about news. We're talking about SUS. Talking about mix up, we're talking about hashtags, all these things in the social media roundup. So Monique, over to you.
Okay, so we have a lot of stuff happening this week
in our social
media roundup. First on the agenda is Pre-Labs. This is a company led by Yakini Wallen Bryan. Now, it seemed like we can't stop talking about Yakini.
Yeah, we talked about him last week. Yeah.
And him come back again because there's something again. Now, they've created some automated hand washing stations, all in response to what the Prime Minister said about this is going to be really important around our strategy in reopening the economy. We need to reopen shops and stuff, but we need to do it safely. And ensuring proper hand washing and proper hygiene is a key element of that.
It's important. But the good thing though, Monique, and not even the good thing, the amazing thing is that they had a conversation today, and by the end of tomorrow, they had the prototype done within like 24 hours.
Within 24 hours of the Prime Minister uttering that statement in a press conference, they literally created the first prototype, right? So they've already supplied BPOs, they've already supplied health centers, and they have orders to supply a lot of other places. And it's basically an automatic, so touchless, you don't have to touch nothing, hand washing station and soap dispenser. So you can check it out. Kadia, just put Yakini.
Right. So you can find Yakini on Twitter at Yeknology. So it's YEKNOLOGY, Yeknology on Twitter, and you can find a video of the hand sanitizer station. on their Instagram channel at Pre-Labs Limited, and I'll drop that link, Monique, so you can go on.
Okay. All right. So the next thing that we have on our agenda is talking about citizens' response. No, this is Yakini again, right? Mm-hmm. They've created some 3D face shields, over 2,000 face shields. Hi, Zaid. And they delivered them to Maypen Hospital.
Yeah, that was on Monday.
So that was Monday alone. So they're really doing a lot of amazing stuff as it relates to the response around COVID-19. They've also acquired equipment to 3D print medical equipment, test swabs for the COVID-19 tests. We know that worldwide, Trump stopped our shipments, all of that. So they literally were on the ball.
Yeah, so they have acquired sophisticated 3D printing machine that can print medical equipment, like sophisticated medical equipment. Listen. Yeah,
these big things. These are Jamaicans, you know.
Yes.
You don't reach 30 yet, you know. Let's say,
young. He's young.
Green.
Not even mid-20s. Yes.
Right?
All right.
So we're super excited. Pre-Labs is also developing emergency ventilators. So they realize that the system where people, where literally doctors and nurses would have to press the ventilators every breath that a patient was supposed to take. So they created a machine. They created a ventilator.
Yeah, and this one is what do you call it when you can transport it? Mobile.
Portable. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Steph. Right? So it's a portable ventilator. So we are in awe of what Citizens Response is doing. And they've also created acrylic boxes as protective shields when they're doing the testing and some other medical procedures. They've created a whole environment. Now, all of these are Jamaicans
locally
made
locally.
Making them right here in Jamaica. So
Amazing.
we're super excited about all of that.
Right. So you can find out all about Citizens Response JA. They've actually formalized a group. They've registered their name. Okay. So it's now a registered entity, and you can find them at citizensresponseja.com. Go over there, check out what they're doing. If you can donate. They're doing amazing, amazing things. You see, we want to see them on CNN because the little people them on CNN, oh, they created a 3D face shield.
Yeah.
Never heard of Citizens Response, right? Right.
Yes.
So we'll sit up on CNN. I get the big ups for them deserve because they're doing major things.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll
Gossip
move
time,
on.
sus time.
Kumi has brought it in with that tea, right? So Jean Laurie Chin leaves Twitter after a whole controversial blog post / Jamaica Observer article. Only didn't know that it did launch in the Jamaica Observer. Anyways, so we're going to give a little bit of background just quickly. She's actually the founder and managing director of a PR / advertising agency. This is someone who understands communication. The article that she published was entitled "Our Wounded Human Family," and basically she talked about some of the racial injustices happening in the United States, talking about George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Christian Cooper. But then where it got a little controversial and where it got a little mixed up was the fact that she said that Jamaican police and our security forces do better than American police, and that the US riots have incensed what she sarcastically calls a strange sense of racism. Now, that was laced with sarcasm because what she did was pulled out some prominent businessmen, all of them were men of various ethnic backgrounds, including Gordon Butch Stewart, Michael Lee Chin, Glenn Christian, who is black, and the Hendrickson family, which is they're Asian, right? Very, very Asian, saying, and I quote, "Jamaica remains the most racially harmonious country in the world where color is no obstacle to success."
Can you imagine the audacity though? I mean, it is amazing to me. These privileged people who is not me, because Jean Laurie Chin don't look like me. Jean Laurie Chin looks Asian to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know we have this out of many
people.
All lives matter quote as our motto, and that's fine. We cool with that, but don't try to diminish my experience, because we all know colorism exists in Jamaica. We all know texturism exists in Jamaica. We all know sexism exists in Jamaica. So let's not pretend.
Classism exists in Jamaica. All you did was lump up some super rich people. So because they look a little different, them have only for money. This is not $5 million a year. This is not $20 million a year. This is money.
Twitter went to dinner.
Not only did she say that within the article,
and she said it with her chest.
She said it with her chest.
She said it with her chest.
When people came on and were questioning and were saying, but no, and that's not how it gone, whatever. She attacked like a shark and was at it until, she just came off Twitter. So
yeah. And that's that. No, she's off Twitter. But I saw a post on Facebook with her where she reposted it on Facebook, and somebody commented and said, "Oh, this is a wonderful article." The person looked just like her, by the way. Commented and said, "Oh, this is a wonderful article." She's like, "Oh, well, thank you, because they almost killed me over on Twitter." That was like, girl.
So
quickly
to wrap it up, some of what persons were saying, Lindell McCormack said the attempt to compare what's going on in the US concerning racially motivated killings by the police and what goes on in Jamaica crime-infested communities are like night and day. Pro Row 1, Victoria Victorious Victor said she's suffering from uptown privilege. Her experience and that of a man from Job Lane are likely to be very different. Jamaica is a very class stratified society, and everyone is fighting by whatever means necessary to get out of the crab barrel of our existence. I could have gone on and on.
Yeah, but those are some of the best responses because people went in. People
Patricia,
were annoyed.
Not, she miss it. And now when somebody come and try fix
this is point,
she never.
And this is Jean Laurie. Miss her completely.
And it missed her once, it missed her twice, and it kept missing her.
And the thing is, Patricia, no matter how much people were explaining to her that, listen, we understand that you have that perspective, but you have that perspective because you've never experienced what we experience as dark-skinned Black people in this country.
Who have no money.
And people who don't have any money. So it is unfair for you to all of a sudden use and this is a problem with people, use your experience to paint everybody else. Jamaica is not a racially harmonious country. We have less problems than America in terms of that, sure. But classism and colorism is still a major problem here. Let's not pretend like it's not. But anyways, Monique, on to the next thing.
On to the next topic. Yes. And this one goes a little closer to home and ties back into some of the stuff that were raised in the article by Jean Laurie Chin, which is Jamaican Maurice Gordon shot and killed by police in traffic stop. He's a Jamaican. He migrated to the States. He's just 28 years old, and he migrated as an adult. I think he was like 18, 19, right? Mm-hmm. And this literally happened 2 days before the tragic killing of George Floyd. He was a chemistry student at Dutchess Community College in New York. He was shot, he was hit at least 4 times by the officer who claimed that he was trying to reach for his gun and steal the troop car. Okay?
Oh my God.
And he's a Jamaican. Okay, so...
Jamaican police said the people them escaping nearby bushes. And that when they happened upon the scene, they met with gunfire and they returned fire. And these are the generic statements, and there are the investigation will be comments. So these are the copy and paste genetic responses that you get. And it's the same thing in America. Oh, he tried to grab for the gun and I was in fear of my life.
Right? Shot him 4 times, even though he was handcuffed.
And
this was a routine traffic stop.
But it was a routine traffic stop that killed Philando Castile. You understand? And it's the same thing. Is he seemed so big, and they always try to make these people look like. They always try to make these people like they're large, big black monsters, and they were so scared. Why are you on the police force? Why are you on the police? They never train you. If you're afraid. Everything make your bum go twep. Why you did on the police? Listen to me.
Get it, take time.
Moving on, Monique. Moving on.
All right, so we're moving on to some. I'm glad that I could have gone
that is so sad though. Condolences to his family because
So now everybody is left with a lot of questions. Anyways,
and they're not going to get no answers because the police going to investigate themselves and clear themselves of any wrongdoing. And they're put on administrative leave until investigation. It's a police thing.
All right, so we're moving on to some brighter
big things next. Yes,
a lot of stuff happening. All right, so. Now we're talking about the Street Boys video game. Developed by Willow Tree Studios, a Montego Bay based studio owned by brothers Tyreek, who is a 3D artist, and Akeem Petticook, a multimedia artist. Both of these brothers are self-taught. Then
talk up to
themselves how to do these things. Yeah. Right? They've been working on the game on and off since 2017, and they're now seeking funding to finally finish and publish the game. Funding.
I'm excited about this project.
funding is going to mean that the game will actually be free and can do some stuff in terms of like brand placement or sponsorship or general ad placement within the app itself. So that's what their vision is, to make it free so that people
Me have a problem with the make it free. Me want Tyreek and Hakeem get rich off of the game now, because this game is absolutely freaking beautiful. It is such a well-developed game, and you can see, Monique, that so much time
and
went
effort
into perfecting. Now Tyreek is the one who creates the what we call the environment assets. So like if you see like a shop or any little thing that you see around, is Tyreek create that, and Hakeem is responsible for the
lighting and the
lighting
terrain
and the levels, developing the different levels. Guys, go and visit their website. Monique is going to tell you what it is. Go and visit their website and look at the demo and look how beautiful this game is. Yeah, Monique.
Okay, so the game is actually going to be available on Apple, PlayStation, Windows, Nintendo, all the major gaming platforms. And when you hear these guys talk, what they want and their goal that they say that they want to achieve is to empower at-risk youth. This is their words. Empower at-risk youths on the benefits of expression through technology and other creative mediums.
Yes. And as well as to create a small piece of history. I had a conversation with Hakeem last year, Monique, for the Digital Jamaica podcast, because Hakeem actually reached out to me on Instagram early last year, and he's like, oh my God, I'm so glad I found the platform, because he didn't realize that there was a platform like that, and he has always wanted to do something like that. So he reached out to me, and we spoke and we got him on the interview. Now the problem with Hakeem is Hakeem talk like this, and you can barely hear him. That is how he actually talks. I cannot get him to go louder than this.
Hakeem, you have a lot of things to say.
So we did the interview twice, Monique, and it's 2 times it was the same problem. I can barely hear what Hakeem is saying. So he's like, okay, here what now? Scrap that interview. He reached out to me earlier this week and he said, listen, scrap that interview. I'm coming to Jamaica next month. And Digital Jamaica is going to be meeting with Hakeem and Tyreek. And we're going to be doing a sit-down, exclusive interview with them, and it's gonna be amazing, and we're gonna give you the lowdown, because we really want them to get the sponsorship, because again, guys, it's such a beautiful game. It's such a beautiful game. All right, so
you can check them out on Instagram at W Studios JA, and the Street Boy game specifically, go to www.streetboyja.com, or you can find them on Twitter at streetboyja. Now, because we want them to get funded and everything, if any of you guys have donations to make, you can do that via their website or using Patreon. And trust me, when you start going into their sites, Hakeem has his own portfolio and lookbook, and the things them nice and crisp and clean. Tyreek has his portfolio up as well. And
on artstation.com/Tyreek Pennycook.
And Hakeem's own is HakeemPennycook.com. And them things sell off. That's all I can say.
Yeah. All right. So Monique, we're going to skip the next one, and we're going to go right to the other one.
Okay, cool. No problem.
Yes.
All right, so next we're talking about Caribbean Cybersecurity and Privacy Association. So which is CSPA. So CSPA is a non-profit group founded by Gavin Davis. Yes, he's a global cybersecurity consultant of G5 Cybersecurity, which is a German-based cybersecurity company, and the co-convener of the Caribbean Cybersecurity Discord group with Tanisha Mitchell. And big shout out to Tanisha Mitchell, who is a cloud solutions architect. Now, all of that, the reason why we say that is because these guys are actually creating several Caribbean-focused certifications for cybersecurity professionals. With all of the conversations that we've been having with going online and doing all of those sorts of stuff, it would be remiss of us to not highlight something like this, that's talking about protecting our data and cyber security.
Yeah.
And doing stuff localized for us in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Right.
So they're having their launch meeting on June 19, 2020. So if you want to find out some more about Gavin, who is the founder of that group or one of the heads of the group, we actually have a podcast episode with him, episode 15 of the Digital Jamaica podcast, entitled Cybersecurity and the Caribbean. Yes, we talk to people before them bus.
Yes. Yes. And I pride myself on finding the people that want to don't know about where I do the damn things out there and talk to them so they know what them be. So we are proud when we see them boss.
And do them thing in a real way. All right. So I am super excited about the next one, guys, because me know one of them people
actually
here.
Our friend. Is our friend.
Yes, of course.
Is our friend.
So
before you move on, guys, if you are into cybersecurity, if you're a coder or if you're an IT person, you can actually join the cybersecurity support Discord group. Visit their Twitter page, Cybersecurity Support Team, and the link to the Discord group is there. Now, Keda in there. Keda don't know what I'm talking about half the time, but they're awesome guys. They're very supportive. They're very helpful. So if you're in that kind of space, join them. I think they're up to now 160 something members right across the Caribbean. Most of them are Jamaicans. Go and join. You guys should start joining these little groups and stuff because you can get support. And Gavin is very big on resources, not just support, but resources and training. And he's always giving resources and training away in the group. So definitely go and check that out if you're in that space. All right.
All right. My time again now.
Your time again now.
Okay. So 2 Jamaicans. Okay. Jamaicans hashtag Vogue challenge reach Teen Vogue. Yay! So the question is, have you seen the Vogue challenge? Basically, it's a viral hashtag where persons have been invited by Vogue to share pictures that they think could actually make it to the cover of Vogue, and they use the Vogue logo on top as usual. And people from around the world have been submitting their entries and their stuff. So what Teen Vogue did was they created a list of the top 13, their favorite 13 from around the world. And not one, but 2 Jamaicans made that list of 13 people. Abihail Myrie, her Twitter handle is at Abihail, MYRIE_, and Bootleg Rockstar, my big friend Nico Kelly, are those 2 persons. Please, guys,
go check them out, go like and share them stuff, okay?
You need to.
He's a rising star in the stylist space locally, right? And he has his own line of stuff, and he's just fabulous.
Nico is a superstar.
He's just fabulous.
Nico can't stop a Jamaica. That's just facts.
International.
If we start talking about Nico, we're not got done tonight. So I'm kind of just have to push pause right here. So because he is amazing. And the work that Abihail did, like those shots were stunning. Yeah. Stunning. So.
All right. So it's Abihail, ABIHAIL, MYR. I wonder if she's the Myrie, like Butcher Myrie. I don't know. Abihail Myrie, and she's on Twitter, and Nico is on Instagram at Bootleg Rockstar, ROC Rockstar. All right.
Yeah.
So please
both Twitter and
go
Instagram.
check them out. Go support. You may
handle.
think it's just a hashtag challenge, but the fact that these people appear in a very large international publication is actually a very big deal. So we really need to go and support them because this can really boost their careers.
And all of the photos that Nico used are stuff he styled. He's
styled and directed.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. So now we're moving on to our actual hot topic, which is net neutrality. Now, I had a conversation a couple weeks ago, Monique,
Yeah.
With Monique Powell, another Monique, she is the owner of Quick Plates. And you guys know Quick Plates is one of the first food ordering service kind of thing on that level anyway.
Yeah.
And she posted something from Scotiabank. Surprise. So Scotia posted a thing and it says zero data, zero problem.
Yes, I would know her.
Bank on the Scotia app without using data from your network mobile plan. So people was like, free rich, exact bitch, boy. But then Monique snatched us back to reality with a post. And basically she was like, so this is what Scotia had to say about the thing. They said, the app is only accessible online, so you actually have to have an active data plan configured for internet browsing. But the Scotia app is zero rated, so it will not actually utilize or deplete any data from your existing data plan. So Monique said, how do we need, no, she said, do we need to start advocating for a hashtag net neutrality again? Do we need to have another conversation about why things like these appear to be good on the surface, but can actually stifle entrepreneurship if left unchecked? So me I go, me never get the connection between the two things. I may say, it's because I always want to be educated.
Yeah.
Mr. My good Judy girlfriend. What do you mean? What does this mean? I don't understand. So she said, all right, let me explain. Yeah, she says, okay, without net neutrality, and this is her words now, small startups without the resources necessary to strike deals with telecom companies are at an automatic disadvantage. So lack of net neutrality also has implication for things like news, media consumption, as well as think large media houses versus small independent houses. So I'll give you an example. Net neutrality would mean that an ISP, which is an internet service provider, who have some special arrangement with a TVJ or with a CVM or with a Gleaner, can block you retweeting some news item or some breaking news or something on your social media because they don't like it, because they want to be the first to break it. Because what is happening now is that our news companies are actually competing with social media to break news, which is why companies like Gleaner seem to be falling off them journalistic integrity and postings where them clearly never research. And I won't say nothing else after that. But apparently they're competing with social media. So if Gleaner, they say, all right, you want no digital, you want no lime, I could cut a little deal and while slow internet traffic to loop, I want your slow internet traffic to Star or any other independent or observer. When you slow internet traffic, or to any blog that actually share news stories. When you slow down internet connection to them and speed up our internet connection, I leave our internet connection but slow down for them. I want you block them all together. That is where net neutrality comes in. So what exactly is, so let me finish the conversation with Monique. So Monique said, the idea of Scotiabank being able to allow zero rated access to its app is because of arrangements that have been made with telecommunications company and goes against the principle of net neutrality. So what is the principle of net neutrality? Simple, three things: fair, free, accessible. So the internet, everybody on the internet should be on the same level playing field. Nobody is supposed to get more advantage than the next person. So if whether you is Netflix or whether you use Hulu or whichever other streaming service, people need to have the same kind of access to that streaming service. All right.
Yeah.
So that is really what net neutrality is. It's literally neutral ground. The internet should be subject to no interference from no internet service providers or company just because them have money and want to push for them things to people. Because the problem with that is not only does it affect independent contractors like small businesses like me and you, but it also affects customers in terms of their ability to choose, because this is the thing that digital platforms have done. They have given consumers enormous power, Monique. Enormous power. Now them can pick, choose, and refuse. Them have so many options. You know why? Because remember last week we talked about barriers to entry. The barriers to entry is super low.
Yeah.
And because they're low, any one of us can come in and compete and nyam our food and nyam some market share from some big company. I remember back in the days when only big company could have do marketing campaigns, marketing ads, right? No, I can run a Facebook ad for $20 and sell some things.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So net neutrality is what makes that possible for me to be able to do and for you to be able to see what it is that I am doing. So going back to, so that's the whole principle of net neutrality. All right. So going back to Monique, Monique says, where no content, in fact, what she's explains that net neutrality should mean no content would be more accessible than any other content. Remember when Digital uploaded a block voice over IPs, VoIP?
Yes.
WhatsApp and so them big them have got dead with money and them now spending money on data. And remember that was a net neutrality issue, because what it meant was that they could then either slow your connection to WhatsApp or Zoom or Skype. They could slow your connection to it because they were trying to frustrate the process so you don't have access to these things. And then the government stepping in was like, no, you can't do that. So for as far back as 2017, Dr. Andrew Wheatley was actually having this conversation, right? And he gave a statement that says, we are in full support. So he was at the time the Minister of Science, Energy and Technology. But even before then, he's very into science. That's what he does. So he has always been talking about this. He has always been championing this. So he says, we are in full support of the principles of net neutrality, and as a developing economy, and imagine Jamaica being blocked from the internet. Imagine us being blocked from the internet because Comcast and Verizon decide, say, them now want to show nothing from the Caribbean and this region. We would be juked. Right? So he said, as a developing economy, we will apply the rules of net neutrality in a way that ensures that we meet our economic growth priorities. Dr. Wheatley said, noting that media or telecommunications company that do business in Jamaica must be prepared to embrace an environment that supports net neutrality. In so him say, all right? Good. So going back to the conversation with Monique now, come and tell some Monique drop one heap of knowledge from me that day.
Yes.
My brain, right? So she said, the developers, distributors of said content have the resources to negotiate with telecom providers. So she's saying that shouldn't happen. So now because you're big Scotia, we make money for Jamaican people, but now provide Jamaican people with the same services the way I provide white people Scotia. I digress. Not because it is Scotia, I have money, right? Means that S. Davis says, great discussion explanation. Thank you, darling. Not because you have money and you can negotiate with Flo, because imagine me call Flo, hey, let's talk about zero right in. First of all, them don't answer them phone. That's one. So clearly Scotia have money to get through, to talk to somebody, right? We don't. So we are automatically at a disadvantage, yeah? So I said, so the issue is that zero rating gives Scotia an unfair advantage. And I'm saying, if that's the case, is this an opportunity? So is it now that they're opening the door for other entities to be able to enter into these negotiations then?
Right.
For to say, if Scotia can get zero rating,
yes,
somebody now can go to Digital and say, hey, Digital, first of all, we are compete with this next bank. And suppose NCB go to Digital and go, all right, Scotia, yeah, what things, all right, you know. Wap, boom, bang, Digital, here, we want this and want that and want that. Now, these two people start compete. These two, first of all, NCB is the largest bank in the Caribbean. We just so you know that. And Scotia is one of the largest bank. Period. Yeah, just want to know this. So two humongous period word with a T at the end. These two humongous entities in our one, this a back and forth with one another, with the telecommunications people them in the middle, and the rest of it out there go, so why me can't connect?
Yes. Yeah.
Why not connect?
So you can imagine
Right?
COK.
COK out there like crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets. JN out there like crickets. Crickets is unfair.
VMBS.
It's unfair. It's clearly unfair. So I found a statement online that Monique told me was provocative, but I like
Yes.
so the persons who are opposed to net neutrality, their biggest reason for opposing net neutrality is because they're saying that it means that government will not be interfering in the internet, and they don't want government interfering in the internet because it's supposed to be a free space. Now that's a bullshit argument. Why? Because the person said net neutrality is about giving Pornhub equal status as the New York Times. But it's true. Suppose me want to watch Pornhub. Not like I do, but I'm not saying I don't. That's my business. Shut up. But I'm saying, if till tomorrow, go incognito on my Chrome browser window, okay, and watch Pornhub, that's none of your business. And if the next day I want to watch New York Times because I still want to know what's going on in the news, that's none of your business. So the point is, and the person said, in other words, it's about securing consumer power. So while opponents of net neutrality argue that somebody said this is better than the view. Oh my God, thank you guys so much.
And Tammy Riggins said, when you join a conversation at the wrong time.
In other words, it's about securing consumer power. So while opponents of net neutrality argue that the government shouldn't regulate the internet, the counter argument, which is the better argument, is that while restricting the options of internet service providers, it ensures the options of consumers, and that's the point. So yes, big business in our big capitalist societies are restricted. Bull freaking who? These are businesses that are making billions of dollars. They'll be fine. We need to be protecting the consumers of the content on the internet, and persons who participate in internet economy and internet culture. Thank you, Tariq. And internet culture, they need to be protected, okay?
As well
and that's that on that.
As well as the ability of the internet to afford everybody, including the small man, to enter into this huge and massive space.
There you go, and sell and earn money. Guys, you see, this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Class boundaries and...
Listen, Monique, the internet is a big friggin' deal, you know? I wonder if you understand how serious a space this thing is.
You know what else that not adhering to the net neutrality argument would also do? It's going to come right back around to us. It's not just about big business paying off somebody and doing something kind of shady. It's also about the fact that Flo, for example, could turn to you and say, okay, you watched 5 Netflix shows last week. So guess what? In addition to your basic package, because Netflix uses X amount of data, we're also going to charge you. We're going to charge you extra for that. You use Instagram, that's a lot of images. You use XYZ, that's also images. Why didn't you just use email? And so they can come back around and not charge you, the consumer.
Yes.
So it goes a lot bigger than big business. It comes all the way back down to me and you.
Right. And the final word goes to Monique Pearl, who said, just to clarify, my beef is not with Scotia. Our beef is not with Scotia, although I do have beef with Scotia because, again, Scotia don't offer Jamaican consumers the same privileges that they offer white people in white countries. But I digress. So it's not that I have beef with Scotia.
Clarity. Monique used to work at Scotia for 7 years.
I want our policymakers to take a good look at the possible long-term implications of ignoring or not setting any guidelines around net neutrality. And I agree with her, because Jamaica have no policy or no legal framework around net neutrality. Just like we don't have no policy and no legal framework around sexual harassment and some of the other important things like data protection that we're supposed to have. But I digress. So, guys, that was it for our hot topics. Our hot topic of the week, which was net neutrality.
Big up yourself.
Big up Monique. Thank you so much for taking the time to actually explain this to me. I really appreciate it.
Times, because
and she
has
edified me. Yes, she edified me something serious that did it. Yeah. All right, Monique. So next we have in the DMs.
Okay, so our first in the DMs question was from Anika. And she
our good friend Anika.
Yes. So she said, okay, please give me the insight, read these backgrounds on IG Live. It seems to be the hardest to work around, but I love your new background and format for your recent uploads. So that's what she slid into the DMs. Big up yourself, Kadia. Yes, original, goodie. Right? So that was a business chick, slid into our DMs and asked how to add the backgrounds to the different videos and the reshares that we have done. So we're actually going to be doing a feature. We're going to show you guys
and explain a video.
A tutorial showing you how we do all of that next week. So you have to check that out. And remember to slide into our DMs. This is a new feature. It's here to stay. Slide into our DMs with any questions that you guys might have, whether it's to Digital Jamaica or to my page. I am that Money McIntosh. So,
or if you have something to promote, you have a new launch coming up, you want to promote yourself, you have a new launch coming up, something where you give away, something happening, some event or whatever.
Within the digital space.
Within the digital tech space, have you heard of any news that you wanted to talk about or any topics that you want to talk about? Jump in the DMs and let us know. So that explainer video will be coming out next week. And it's going to be on our YouTube channel. You guys will hear about that as well.
Temporary 876. If you're sliding into the DMs for that case, you have to come very good.
Come here. Everybody go listen to my mistake. Come here. Why are you on this? Why are you here tonight to aggravate our spirits? Guys, Kamir is in the chat. Kamir is one of our good friends. Another Jamaican that we're extremely proud of. Okay, come here and do one of the things with technology and medicine. I want to make him explain it, and I want to video them to come because we can't explain to him what we know. So it have to do with medicine and technology.
And it's good.
So guys, the last segment before we go, and we're on time. Well, we have one more. Wait. Okay, so our Digital Jamaican of the week is drum rolls. Decentered Lit. Yay! So the name actually means Decentering Literature, and it's a Caribbean-based quarterly book subscription package service. And their primary mission is amplifying marginalized voices through the recognition and celebration of diverse literature, while our core mandates are affordability, sustainability, and accessibility. Guys, the packaging come in the nicest, most eco-friendly packaging and boxes, and they have other items in there as well, like maybe a journal. It's a surprise, right?
Yes.
So Decentered Lit was founded by a Jamaican, of course, Kamara Barrett. She's the CEO and lead curator. Giselle Fletcher, she's a co-curator and creative director, and Stacey Ann Hales, who is a website and tech support persons. If you don't know about them, we'd encourage you to go check them out at Decentered Lit JA on Instagram, and look out for our video on them tomorrow. We did an interview with Kamara yesterday, and let me tell you something. Kamara know our business inside out. It was one take, and my girl did it in one take. There was no itching, no emming, no eye. My girl just answered the question, butter off her mouth, butter. And that's so we know that she know her shizzle. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So last feature now. I said that earlier. And because I'm an app junkie, we couldn't be revising the show and don't talk about apps because I have a ton of apps to offer them I don't use, but that's not the point. Don't judge me. Okay, so the app of the week is called Flocked, Flocked. And guys, if you remember earlier, a couple months ago, I did a video, a how-to video, showing you how you get the line breaks in your IG captions. Because listen, guys, and this is a quick tip. You see the jumble up text in your caption, we're not reading them. We refuse to read them. We don't need to do better. On the right, on the caption properly so we can read it. We're not going to try to figure out what we're not trying to say. We don't know running sentences. No, we're not doing it. So, Flocked. And so this is an update to that video. So Flocked it's created actually by another popular Instagram creator called Stephen Mellor. Guys, if you're not following Stephen Mellor, go follow him. Everything you need to know about Instagram, go follow Stephen, right? So what the app does, it automatically adds the IG line break. So I was actually using an internet browser based version, but it's not the same app, but an internet browser thing that allowed me to do it. But literally all I do now is I actually write out my caption and my hashtags in this app, and it helps me to do with my word count and my hashtag count, and it automatically put in the line breaks in there. Somebody say explain it again. Go over on our Digital Jamaica page and you can find the video, Stephanie, about how to. But instead of doing that, just download the app. It's on iOS and it's on Google, or you can download it from their website. All right. So yeah, that's it.
It's just to help you with the line breaks in your caption on Instagram.
Oh, that's what you mean. I'm sorry, Stephanie. So what it is if you should go and look at how our captions are, you get a good example. So it's literally that space between the paragraphs on Instagram. So Instagram doesn't automatically give you line breaks unless you have to do like one bag of thing and put in space and this and copy and paste. It's ridiculous. So I had found a browser site that allowed me to do it, but Flocked is literally, it's a lightweight app that I downloaded. I literally type up my captions in there and my hashtags. It tell me how much words I've used, how much hashtags I use. It automatically put in the breaks in there. And by breaks, I mean the gaps. I'm Bob's your uncle. That's it for that. Good to go, like go.
Guys,
we are on time tonight. I'm excited.
And no rush to finish. This feel nice, Katie. This feel nice. Guys, thank you so much.
We were like, listen, we need to be disciplined tonight. Girl, you need to not talk so much. We need to not be talking so we need to just get to the point and go ahead. That was us all day today. It was like, money, we need to limit this. And money goes like, Kadia. We need to be precise.
And Kadia kept adding stuff. Kadia kept saying, oh, we need to talk about this. I know we need to talk about. And I'm just like, all right.
Guys, there's so many things that we are doing in the digital space as Jamaicans, and we just wanted to let you guys know all about the wonderful things that we're doing. We're just really, we're like, we did this on time tonight. Cause money, cause like, kid, there's no way in hell we're going to do all of this tonight. Somebody owes me money, man.
See if we can find the $5 that was around me.
What is the difference with just pressing enter? Because Instagram doesn't recognize enter as a line break. So even when you press enter, you'll notice that when you publish, it jump block back anyway. Yeah, it jump block back anyway. This was so much fun, but very informative. Yay! Thank you, Patricia. Thank you. And guys, don't be afraid to leave reviews. Go check out our YouTube channel. It's Digital Jamaica TV. Make sure to follow on social media.
Yes.
Make sure to check out our blog, our podcast episode coming out on Monday with Stephen from Stuck on an Island. Now, Stuck on an Island is like a mix between adventure, exploration, and cooking. Guys, Stephen a cook on the riverside. He might catch fish and catch crab and cook it on the riverside, and it look
nice.
Good.
Stephen single?
Good. No, he's not. Oh. No, he's not. Thirsty much. No, he's not. But we had an awesome conversation, guys. So please check and support and like our stuff on social media and share and comment, and let's start engaging and getting to know y'all. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
We're not going to see you. Instagram have to cut we off tonight because them cut we off every other night. We're going to stay till Instagram cut we off money.
Kadia, it wasn't the point to get off before.
No, they're going to cut we off. No, we've done the show already, so now we're communicating. We're conversating. All
right, ma'am. All right. Yes,
they're going to cut we off tonight. Them two outsider.
Stephanie, it sounds like an exquisite... It sounds like good treatment. That's all I can say.
Yes, and he's actually going to be building out some Airbnb cabins, and he's going to be inviting people to come on these trips and stuff with him. So Yes, see the Instagram sitting here, jump up. All right, Mr. Instagram, we still have 24
Okay,
seconds.
yes. So join us next week, Thursday
Next
at 8
week.
o'clock for another Digital Jamaica Live with Katie Francis,
Me.
Digital.Jamaica, and Monique McIntosh. I am the Monique McIntosh. See you guys again next week. I know, right, Stephanie? We need